Hey guys, this is Rita Riggs out with her very first tutorial video for rigging, obviously. Today we're going to talk about joint orients. Now you should know that there's 3 different types of joints. You got your root or top joint, you also have your subsequent joints or your children joint, and you also have the end joint. So in order to go and find your joint orients, what you're going to need to do is go ahead and select F9. That activates the component mode in Maya. By selecting F9, you now have access to the top bar where you should see a question mark. Hitting that question mark right up there is going to go ahead and show you your joint orients. Notice that the end joint is not exactly facing where the rest of the joints are. You can try to rotate it, which will make it look like it's going the same direction. But if you were to look into the attribute editor right over here, you'll see that there has been no changes to the Y value of the joint orient. Since this is an end joint, we do not want any joint orients in the Y axis or in any axis at all. For root or top joints, you would want to have a translate of any value and an orientation of any value. For your subsequent joints, you can only have a translate in one value and an orient in one value. And for your end joints, you can have a translate in only one value and no orients in any values. This will ensure that all joints in the chain are oriented correctly. When we select all our joints and we rotate it in any axis, we need to think about this. Do we want it to rotate and activate only the z-axis if it's rotating, let's say, side to side? Or when we rotate it up and down, do we want that to affect our y, our z, or our x? Preferably, I would like to have my aim as x, my up as y, and then my out axis would obviously be z. When you rotate this joint up and down, you notice that it's going only through the z-axis. And then when you go side to side, it is affecting the y. Some animators are okay with this. I myself am not. So, naturally, we gotta reorient this joint chain. I like my twist in X, so that's fine. I do not like my twists going side to side in the Y, so let's go ahead and reorient this. And you do not want any values in your rotate. Let's go ahead and make a joint chain that's a little bit more complex than your simple shoulder, elbow, and wrist. I'm just going to add another 3 joints right here. You notice on this one as well that the end joint is not oriented correctly like the rest of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and check, make sure all of these are correct. Yes, that's correct. That one's good. Yeah. And then this one, no, we do not want any orients in this axis. So let's go ahead and change that to 0. You may want to select from top to bottom. It would be easier to rotate that way. You can see the actual spinning motion, curving in or curving out. I'm going to activate the comment script. This script is super valuable. It is a rigger must-have. It's going to be in my description down below. Feel free to go to the website and download it for yourself. I'm going to show you guys why it's useful. So, orientation is based off 2 things. It's based off your aim axis and your up axis. Your aim axis is typically the axis in which you want to twist. I prefer mine in X, so whenever I rotate in X, it'll give me that good twist down the chain. And I prefer my up axis as Y, therefore whenever I turn the joints up and down, it will only activate the Y values in the attribute editor. And of course, Z is the remaining one that will be activated from side to side. And what I like about the Comet script is that it can be any way you want it to be. This is just how I prefer it. I feel it'd be easier for the animator to know up and down is Y, aim is X, and then Z is side to side. But that's the beauty of rigging. It doesn't have to be one way or the other. So long as the joints are correct and it's clean, meaning that there's translates where there's supposed to be translates and orients where there's supposed to be orients and no rotation values at all, it'll be good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, give me some love. If you guys want to catch my streaming, I'm going to be on Twitch every Monday and Thursday from 1 to 5. And please feel free to follow me on my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. You guys name it, I'm going to be there. See you next time.